Hi, it's Michael Greenwood. So I'm often asked how to edit in DaVinci Resolve and in general how to edit videos in general. So I'm just putting this series of really straightforward videos together, which are going to be quite succinct and just to help anybody who needs to edit a few clips and perhaps you're creating some content for your business or whatnot. So I've just got open a new project, start a new project in DaVinci Resolve. I'm just going to drag in the clip. It's going to ask me if I want to change the timeline. That's absolutely fine. And then I'm just going to adjust this to the window so you can actually see everything. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Right, so we've got DaVinci Resolve. This is the studio version. So this is the paid version. You can get this for free if you buy a Blackmagic camera, or you can just buy DaVinci Resolve Studio outright, and it's a perpetual one-off fee. So you get this software perpetually. It's not like Adobe Creative Cloud where you pay it every month. So yeah, let me just run through this in a few minutes, and then all should become clear. So I'm assuming that you've never used any editing program before, and I'm going to be doing this on a Mac as well. So quick caveat. This is on a Mac. Right, so you've got your timeline, and I'm currently in Cut. And the good thing about DaVinci Resolve is it's very straightforward. You're going to be working from left to right in the tabs in the timeline. So you've got Media, Cut, Edit, Fusion, which is special effects, Color, which is color grading, and then you've got Fairlight, which is audio. So that's like a Adobe Audition, if you use Creative Cloud, and then Deliver. So yeah, I'm going to assume that because you're watching a video about how to cut video, you've not actually used Creative Cloud, or maybe you're aware of Adobe Audition for audio editing, and then you'd have Adobe Premiere Pro. So maybe you've been looking at that. So the good thing about DaVinci Resolve, and one of the reasons that I recommend this, especially for beginners, is there's a free version. Now, you do need a decent computer or a Mac, like any Silicon Mac you'll be able to work within DaVinci Resolve. The MacBook Airs, the M1s with the 8 gig of memory, kind of struggle, but you could still. I've done loads of editing on one, and I've had one of those for a few years. I'm currently editing this on a MacBook Pro M1, and it's an M1 Max as well, so it's an absolute beast of a laptop. This one. Right, so I'm going to be working in Cut, but I'm also going to show you the benefits of working in Edit as well. So look, some people like to work in Cut just to do the cutting. That's what it's for. I'll show you the difference. Some people like to jump straight into Edit, right? I'll tend to work in Cut, and then I'll move on to Edit when I'm adding transitions and stuff like that. But you can add transitions in Cut as well, so you can do a lot of things in that. Right, before I get started though, first thing I'm going to do is, because I've recorded this clip with a Rode Wireless Pro, I've used a safety track. So I'm just going to go into Fairlight just to show you what I mean and what I need to do. So I've got a safety track working in here. So it means the left channel is higher than the right channel. So first thing I'm going to do is go into Edit, right click, go to Clip Attributes, and I'm going to go to Audio and set Embedded Audio 1. I've got a separate video on this. So if that's not clear, if I do that a bit fast, you can obviously rewind and go back and everything. But if you're using a safety track, then that's how you do that. But the main part of this video is I want to show you how to cut clips and different ways of doing it. So let me also just normalize the audio levels on here as well. I'll just do that while I'm talking you through what I'm going to do. So this clip is something that I've recorded as a YouTube video. So it's just a simple talking head. I'm talking about ways to tackle feeling overwhelmed and reducing stress and whatnot. So I'm just going to edit this in real time, and then I'm going to render it out as well, so you can see the full process. So you see me dragging it in. You've seen how quick it can be just to put a video together. This is not going to be a video about fancy transitions and all that kind of thing. and color grading. I've recorded this in S Cinetone, which is basically an out of the box, no color grading, or you can do some color grading with it, but you don't need to color grade with the Sony camera systems, which is really good. So this is my preferred way of shooting video these days, because it's just no color grading. Don't have to add it to the workflow. So anyway, 2 ways of cutting. So I'll go into cut and do that, which is going to be the most common way. Let me just move myself out of the way. What I'm going to do is, I know that I need to cut the start off. So I'm going to find the place where I want to cut. So it's about here. And I'm also going to use the audio to guide where the kind of blank spaces are, where I can cut. So it's around here, I think. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to tell you the shortcuts, just path of least resistance. So I think most people use shortcuts. So on a Mac, I found the spot where I want to cut. I'm going to hold down Command on the keyboard and press B. Yep. As simple as that. And then I'm just going to make sure I'm at the right place. Yep, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to click on the part of the clip that I want to delete, and I'm just click the press the delete or backspace on the keyboard. And then it's not only going to delete the clip, but it's going to get rid of the blank space as well. So this is now starts at the start of the timeline. Now I'm just going to undo. So I'm going to go to edit and undo. And then I'm just going to go from cut to edit on the timeline, and I'm just going to show you the difference. So that cut is still there because I've only gone back once. I'm going to click on the clip, which I want to delete. I'm going to click on, press the backspace, and then it's actually going to leave the white space there. So I'd have to manually move it about like that, which is no problem. I can still just move it like that. But that might get a bit tricky if you then cut, say, like here, for example, pressing the wrong button here, Control and B, like that. It gets a bit trickier when I'm trying to snap that into place, because I might accidentally do that. Now, there are some other ways of doing this. No, this is not a complete tutorial. This is just to illustrate the point. But I think you're going to be better actually editing in cut. Actually cutting in cut, that's where it's meant for, yeah. So I would stick to that. But some people, I'm not saying you can't just go into edit and edit like that, basically. I'm going to actually delete that one as well. So that's where I want to start the video. That's fine. And then I'm just going to go to the end. And you might want to swap between them both, because you can move the you can move to here, go back to that, it'll be in the same place, and you can move here, and you can move across the timeline like this. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You could do your cut in edit if you feel more comfortable, because I like this zoom me in and zoom me out kind of thing, or you can just do it like that. It's up to you how you prefer to work. Right, so there's one more bit I want to cut out like this, so I'll show you this. And this is just to illustrate what it looks like to cut in the middle of a clip, because I've shown you how to cut at the start. This is going to be kind of, not the middle, but, towards the end. So there's still some timeline that you want to the left and the right of it. Show you how that works. See, I went off on a bit of a tangent, so. So I'm going to cut it around here. All right, so I'm just going to click where I want it. It's got to have the red outline, Command and B, and then it's round about here. Then I'll go into the outro. So then I can see where the audio's starting here. So I pretty much know it's going to be here. And I'm just going to test it Yep. And then, right, so see what happens here. This is the bit that we want to delete. We're in cut. I'm going to click on it and then backspace, and that's going to snap it into place. Right, so I'm just going to render this out now. I might put a little fade out at the end or something like that, just a little effect just to show you. So I'm in Edit, I go into Effects, Dip to Color Resolve. I'm just going to drag it onto the timeline. Might not be able to see that very well. Just so that's that. So that's just a little fade out like that. So I can extend that if I want. And I like the little authentic bits where I lean in to switch the camera off and stuff like that. So I'm going to leave it in. In fact, let's tweak that a little bit. That's fine. Yeah. So then I'm just going to render it out. So I'm just going to go into Deliver. What were it? Beating Overwhelm. Or I don't know, overcoming overwhelm or something like that. Anyway, so and then I like to export in H265, and then it's going to be 4K. Add to render queue, and then save it. That's it. And then I have to click on render all, and that's going to do that rendering. And this is going to take about 4.5 minutes for this clip, and that's pretty much it. So that's the end of the video. Hope that you found that informative, useful, and like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.